like on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is the Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. This piece is entitled, No Used Cars in Canada. Is there more to it? Ever wondered why decent, nearly new cars are getting harder and harder to find in Canada? Ever wondered why this super-duper economy is offering such great deals on new cars? Ever wondered why low-mileage, ex-lease vehicles are becoming like hen's teeth? Well, wonder no longer. I think I have the answer. It's Trudeau and his Liberal Communist government. By devaluing the Canadian dollar, oh yes he is, this gives the appearance of a booming economy by their standards. It makes all our goods and services cheaper to sell outside of this country, but not our imports. But really all we are doing is robbing Peter to pay Paul. At a stroke, it makes all our automobiles, for instance, so much cheaper for Americans to come in and scoop them up. So you are forced to buy new. But here's the catch for Canadians, that is. As the Canadian dollar gradually and sometimes imperceptibly declines, and also the fact that most, if not all, the products are not really valued in Canadian dollars, they are in fact valued in US dollars in Canada, so do also the aspirations of all Canadians decline. The average Canadian, and I do not include Toronto in this, cannot afford to replace their cars for a similar model that they have right now. No, they have to downgrade as the Canadian dollar value drops and prices increase. And there you start to see the slow and sure divide between the US and Canada. This is just one of many examples. This divide has always been the desire of the Liberal Communists in Canada because, and I will say this, they hate America and they hate Americans. Their irrational hate goes to the root of their ideals. They are at the very least socialists. But the reality is they are nothing more than closet Marxists. Based mainly in Quebec and parts of Ontario, by no means all of it I have to say, they seek to undermine the free enterprise system at every opportunity. Their favourite tool is social welfare. They use it as a hook, like a drug that you've been hooked on. We, like America, have an opioid crisis, but we also are hooked on, not all, the socialist crisis. That is, free this and free that. Nothing in this world is free. Free comes at a price, and it's a big one in this case. It's control. You know, and I know, that the real world, you have to balance your books. You can't run a deficit in your business or your own personal life. It just doesn't work. Not true socialists. What has that got to do with cars? Well, very simple. The automobile is the very symbol of freedom and free enterprise. By removing your right, or in our case the ability to have a car, it forces more and more people into the socialist mode, i.e. public transport. Now here's the rub. Many areas of this country, i.e. Canada, don't have public transport. But that's the point. This allows a gentle corralling into a more urban environment that they already control. The upshot of this subtle, quiet separation of the Canadian psyche away from the US into more controlled environment. Crazy maybe, but you need to think about it. Your thoughts? You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio, and please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.